He was always happy and ready to laugh. There was 4 of us kids that my mom had, and Chris and I were the closest. I don't know, he was always so bubbly and carefree and fun, and when his first daughter Maya was born, he just lit up. I mean, it was just, he was scared because he was 16, but he made a go of it. And they ended up having 2 more kids, and Michelle was pregnant with the 4th when all this happened. When everything really started getting active, I guess, you know, with the investigation, I started thinking of how many times I'd watched the TV and seen cases where people were missing or had been murdered and everything else. And, you know, you think, oh, I feel bad for them. But when you're the one that's in those shoes, it's totally different. Like, he was 23 years old. His 4th child was on the way. What did he do to deserve what they did? Nothing. Nothing that he did warranted what they did to him. And I know that they are going to find him, that justice will be served, and we're going to have closure. Not the closure we want. He's not going to come home. I'm not going to be able to hug him again. And I think that a lot of people get to take for granted that they got to say goodbye, even if it's a service. You know, we haven't had that option, that opportunity. You don't ever think it's going to be the last time you're going to talk to him. You know, and I can't say that my brother and I's last conversation was a good one, because we loved hard and we fought harder. The reason I'm choosing to speak out on behalf of Chris, his kids, and our family is because those involved need to know that we are not giving up. It's not going to happen. There's going to be justice and there's going to be closure, period. This has brought the family together in some ways, but it's completely changed each of us individually in different ways. It's affected our relationships. The first 6-7 months of the case, I totally was engulfed in it. I really think I spent more time talking to the detectives, researching properties online, Facebook snooping, you know, than what I spent with my own kids. I went to work and I paid the bills and I did what I thought needed to be done, but I was also taking time away from my kids and my husband, and we all ended up doing that. I mean, there's days where a song, or you see somebody in a certain hat or jersey, you know, and tears just come unexpectedly, you know, but the more time goes by, the easier it is to kind of brush it off and regroup.
If the people that did this were watching, what would you say to them? What do you want them to know?
Be comfortable in thinking that you got away with it.
Don't be.
No, be comfortable with it.
Why?
Enjoy your time feeling that way. Because I know that the detectives and the JCPD and the FBI and everybody else is working on it. So be comfortable and enjoy yourself right now, because you're not going to be able to enjoy yourself much longer the way you want to. I have no doubt that they will pay for what they've done. Chris was an awesome dad. He was a great uncle. He was an amazing little brother. They want us to know that Chris's case is not sitting in a drawer somewhere getting dusty. It is still being worked on. There are still new things coming in. There are still things that they're waiting for deeper information on, but it's still going. It's still an active case. And he didn't deserve what happened to him. And his kids don't deserve to grow up without a father. You know, the oldest will remember him. The second might. The 2 boys will not. And one of those boys is his namesake. And it's going to be our job to remind him of who his dad was. And that's why it's so important for us to have justice prevail. I also want to thank Detective Miles, JCPD, the Highway Patrol, John and the crew with Twee House Construction. Laylaw Waste Management for spending 2 months in extreme heat and exposed to things that they should not have been, taking time away from their families, and working as hard as they did in the dump site last summer.